Welcome back, everyone. Today, I just really want to talk about 9/11. And I've done a video on this Spyderco 9/11 World Trade Center memorial knife before, and I'll link to the video of this in the description down below. But which is a very cool piece. You know, Spyderco has been kind of a foundation of my collection from the very beginning. You know, once I got out of Boy Scouts and past the Buck 110 and all of that stuff, it really was the Spyderco police model that solidified me into carrying a knife every day. And I talked about that in my very first YouTube video. You can go back. Wow, I think it's actually December 11th of 2019. Wow, it's been a while. So I guess it's good timing. So my very first video was the Spyderco police model on December 11th, I believe. And here we are at September 11th and talking about another Spyderco. Although I've already done the video on this, but it was early on. So go check that out because, well, you know, I go through a little bit more of the history of it. But quickly, the New York skyline here is from a girder that was recovered at Ground Zero by Spyderco. And they made just enough of these for every life that was lost that day. Plus they made some extras for spare parts and things like that. And I talked about that in the other video. But this one I have is serial number 0031. And I'm just honored. This is the Spyderco Rescue that they made specifically for this occasion. And a nice wooden display box, you know, with some felt inside and all that, right? So out of all the knives I have, while I carry most of everything I own, there's very few safe queens. I don't carry this one. Just be honest. You know, this is not one I carry, but it does hold a very special place in my heart on this just crazy epic day. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to say exactly, but I wanted to, you know, just talk about the day for a moment. I remember, and I want to hear your guys' stories. That's really the point of this. Is I want to hear your story. Where were you on the day that it happened? A buddy of mine, Homer, in my watch group, he was working right across the street at that time. You know, at that time, I don't know about that specific day, but that's where he was at that time. So where were you? I was here in Napa. So I've been in Napa since the beginning of 2001. And I remember hearing about it at home, and I went into the office because there was work to be done. And we all basically sat around and watched video of it as most everybody else did all day, and tried to understand what happened and tried to make sense of it all. Talked to a lot of our clients and customers at the time. My day job, I'm in the security industry, and so there was a lot of concerns. There was a lot of things, and there was some stuff we had to do for other clients and things like that, revolving around that attack and everything that unfolded for days and weeks, months and years later. So, I was at the office in Napa watching it on one or two different screens and doing some work at the same time and just being in shock and awe. And as soon as they came out with this knife, I had to get one. They also did come out with some, kind of memorial bracelets, and I got one of those in the name of Sergeant Rodney Gills from New York, and he was an NYPD officer. And so I got this very soon after that. These came out in, I don't know, early 2001 maybe, within a few months. And it hasn't come off yet. So it's something that I hold very dear and near to me. So let me know in the comments, where were you? What were you doing? Yeah, I have no words. Still to this day, 19 years later, I still have no words. And I don't want to get into a bunch of political mumbo jumbo and conspiracy this and all. Leave those comments. There are other channels, I guarantee, that you can talk about that stuff. Let's not talk about that here. But let me know your thoughts, guys. I'm curious, and I want to have it as a kind of a forum for people to voice concerns, thoughts, whatever, right? Yeah. Not much else to say, guys. I just was compelled to kind of bring this knife out again on this day, as I often do, look at it and kind of just take a few minutes to think about that day. And I thought I would share with you guys as well, and just, ask for some feedback and thoughts on your side. So with that, try to have a fantastic day today. Spend a minute and, really think about the lives that were lost that day, and the lives that are still lost daily due to world terrorism, and just, not just here in the United States, just everywhere. So there you have it, guys. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned for another video tomorrow, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.